Welcome guys, and today we will be playing the Yak 3U. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the best 5.7s right now. The engine power and climb is insane at low altitude, and you basically have free reign to do whatever you want. Now, right now we are engaging 3 190s. I dive down to avoid fire and dodge all their rounds. Now, this last 190 here ends up sticking on me for a bit longer, and I have enough energy to turn around and follow him. I am also being wary of the two 190s around me, and I still stick on as a 6 here. So he ends up turning to try and engage my teammate. I follow him and I try to get a few shots on. I don't end up sticking because this 190 behind me starts diving and I have to dodge, but it ends up he's going for my teammate. So I turn around and try to get some shots on him. He really isn't paying attention to me right now, so I easily slot in on a 6. I take some shots right here. I know my aim isn't all that great. Some more shots. There we go. And rip his wing. He is dead. Now, there is a 190 in front and behind me, so I have to pitch up to try and dodge them. They don't end up being able to pitch into me. So, I keep dodging. They don't hit any of their shots. Now, I try to make this 190 here overshoot, but he ends up disengaging. Then I realize that the second 190 is now diving on me. So I do more or less of the same maneuver. I pitch up, he misses all his rounds, he overcommits, and he ends up overshooting. Now I'm able to stick on his 6, and I'm just trying to get an angle here. I'm not able to get my nose on target, so I keep on following him. Now he goes to follow my teammate. I'm trying to get some shots, but I do not realize that there's another 190 coming for me. I dodge the head-on, he doesn't hit, and I stick on this 190 here. I end up being unable to save my teammate, but I do end up avenging him. Take a few shots here. Light him on fire, and he's going to burn up and go into the ground. So for this next match, it's just going to be in the replay because I forgot to record it, but this is probably one of the best examples on how teamwork really does affect how your performance is in ARB. So we start off at altitude here, chasing a Spitfire, who just keeps mostly turning around to his airfield. Whenever I turn around, he turns around to follow, but will be too scared to engage me, probably because I have this friendly here, too scared to engage. So I see that there is a furball forming on the lower deck. So I decide that it's a better idea, instead of chasing the Spitfire, to go and help my teammates over there. But they do end up dropping like flies, and it's up to me and 2 other teammates to clean them all up. So I start off here engaging this F4U. He's not really paying attention to me, but he does notice me last minute. I was going to try and get a shot in. Really not a good idea to go on this head-on here, but I do end up dodging, and my friendly Yak lands a hit on him. I turn back around to go and shoot him, but I don't really want to sacrifice all that energy seeing how many enemies are on the deck here. So I try to go in and take a shot on the Spitfire here. Once again, this is my first match of the day, so aim really sucks. Miss everything, and I turn back up to try and get this F4U, and this just goes to show how nasty this turn rate is. Rip his wing off, that's 1 kill. I turn back around to try and kill the Spitfire I was trying to kill before, but my teammate goes ahead and takes him out for me. So next, I turn back down to try and kill this F4U. I'm gaining on him, but not too quick. I wasn't really confident with my aim here, so I was trying to get as close as possible. Let a few bursts out, miss. And then I see that this F7F is coming to try and head on me. So I do notice that my teammates are right behind me, so what I do is that I bait him to the head-on. Well, not much of a head-on, but bait him up, missing all his shots, draining him of all his energy. And soon enough, where's my teammate? Yeah, right there. Goes ahead and takes out the F7F. But this F8F is going out to try and kill my teammate, so I just back him up. Right behind him. No tail, no wing, he's dead. So I make a bit of a mistake here. I try and go for, yeah, the F4U. But as you can see here, there is a Spitfire chasing my teammate that I don't really notice. I end up missing up all my shots on this F4U. And then I notice that my teammate is getting shot by the Spitfire. I don't get there in time, but I do end up avenging him. rip my teammate. I go back down and I see that the F4U that I tried to kill is still under me. So I slot in on a 6, few shots, killed him. So last one in this furball was this F4U here, who is killing AI. Take a few shots. There he goes. Next I engage this P47. He notices me. I try to bait him into a head-on. I don't really shoot. I just want him to drain a bit of energy. So he follows me. We then engage in a bit of a rolling scissors maneuver here. I'm just trying to bait him of all his energy because my teammate is right behind me. So once I get him stuck in the vertical, there goes my teammate. There goes the P47. Last on the enemy team is the Spitfire. I notice he's at altitude, and that could be really bad, especially since me and my Yak 3 aren't at the same energy level. But my Yak 3 is, however, at the same altitude level, so he's starting to engage him. The Spitfire doesn't really seem to know what he's doing. He dodges the head-on. It seems that the Yak 3 slots in on a 6. I'm trying my best to get over there. I don't want to drain that much energy, and I'm gaining some at the same time. It seems that the Yak 3 is definitely getting the upper hand on the Spitfire. The Spitfire then notices that the both of us are here, so he does try to turn out, but he doesn't have enough energy. This Yak 3 is on a 6. He dodges him, but he does not have enough energy to dodge me, so I slot in, and I kill him. It's the end of the match. GG's ace. In this next clip, we start off at altitude. I observe around and see that my friendly is engaging an N1K, so I decide to go and help him out. But I see that spray of 50 cals, and I notice the F82 below me. Now, I decide to engage the N1K, but last second, I turn around to kill the F82. Now, I rip off his wing, and that is going to be kill number 1. I look back at the N1K, and I look at the furball of enemies behind me. I see that the N1K is starting to gain on me, and I think he's going for me. But it does turn out that he is going for my friendly under me. So I turn around, and I try to get on his 6. He is very preoccupied with my friendly, so he doesn't notice me behind me until it is too late. Now I am dead on his 6. He can't really dodge, and I take him out. Now, I decide who to go for next. I see a lot of enemies, but I notice the A6M that is right in front of me. Now, he doesn't really seem to be paying attention until last second. I take some shots. He doesn't really dodge that well, and I take him out. Now, there is a second A6M at altitude, and I really need to kill him, so I go to intercept. But I can't because of the F8F and LA11 gaining on me. The F8F takes some shots, but he does not hit. I go up to try and make him overshoot, but he ends up disengaging. Now I hear someone diving on me, but I don't know from where. I see the rounds, and it turns out to be an LA11. I go up to try and make him overshoot as well. I'm going to stick on him and try and throttle down, but I see the F8F coming in on me. Now they are both behind me, so I can dodge easily, but they decide to disengage. The F8F goes to climb, and the LA11 dives to the deck to kill my teammate. Now, I have to decide what to do. I'm not sure if I should go for the F8F, A6M, or dive and try to help my teammate. Now, I am sure that as soon as I turn around, the F8F will go to follow me, and then I will have the 0 and F8F on my 6 screwed. Now, I go to engage the F8F. He's starting to turn around, but then I notice the 0 gaining on me. Now, the F8F probably notices that as well, so he continues going straight to bait me for the A6M. Now, I try to get closer, but I realize that I really can't get the shot off, so I start to turn around to preemptively dodge the 0. There we go. I start turning, but I end up turning too late, and the 0 ends up catching a shot on me. He takes out my engine, and I end up burning up. Now, in this last match, I end up getting 6 kills. I am here with a J5 at altitude going head on. He shoots first, and I also let off a few rounds. Mine hit, he gets an oil leak, and I just keep on dodging. I also dodge that Spitfire under me. Now, I do see that there is a second Spitfire pitching up for me, so I bait him into an energy trap. I'm going to try and pitch back down to kill him, but my teammate does end up killing him. I noticed that the J5 is now starting to gain on me, so I have to dodge him. I go down, he tries to shoot at me a bit, he misses. I go back up, hoping that he's going to commit, but he ends up going straight. Now I see that there is a Spitfire on my teammate, so I turn around to try and help him. I get a few shots in. I take off his wing. I don't notice that the J5 is behind me. He ends up nicking me, and I go up to try and bait him. Now, this time he sticks. He keeps on going up. I manage to get behind him, and I take a shot and clip his wing. I was going to try and finish him off, but a F4U is now on my 6, and I have to dodge him. Dodge the F4U. I see the Kai-84 coming in for my teammate, so I decide to go in for a risky head-on. I take him out. He couldn't pitch in. Now, I let my friendly handle the F4U. I turn around to observe two furballs. Now, I don't know who to go for first, so I end up just flying around and trying to decide who to go for. Now, I catch this Sea Fury off guard. I end up nearly ripping my wings, but I just managed to get a shot on him. Now, my friendly Yak still hasn't killed the F4U, so I decide to go help him clean up so he can help me with the other enemies. Now, the F4U is really low on energy, and I managed to just get a shot in, and I clip his wing. But unfortunately, the Yak 9 goes head-on with the F8F and dies. Now, I turn around to try and kill the F8F, but then a Spitfire starts pitching up for me, so I have to go into a vertical, try and energy trap him, and he lets off a few shots. He doesn't stall out and starts going back down, and I follow him, but he is still going too fast, and I don't want to risk going all the way to the deck, so I don't follow him and I pull off. Now, I'm just going to keep repeating the same process. I am just going to go vertical, push him down until he doesn't have enough energy left. So I'm going for my second pass here. He isn't trying to pitch up, so I slot in behind him. He dodges also with a combination of my bad aim. I go back up and make a mistake. I pitch up in front of him, so now he is on my 6, but he does not have enough energy to follow me up, so I go up. He doesn't follow me completely. Now he is extremely low on energy. So at this point, he is basically dead. I pitch back down. I'm on his 6. He is nearly scraping the ground. I land a few hits on him. I take off his aileron, and I go up for one last pass. Now he is basically as good as dead here. I have to hurry up, though, because this A2D is now going to be coming for me. I go in. I take one last shot, and I rip his wing off, and he's dead. Now, this A2D is coming in. I have some good speed. I don't want to go for the head-on. I preemptively dodge. I go up above his nose. He tries to take some shots. He follows me up, but he is unable to get any shots. So he goes back down. He doesn't want to follow me in the vertical. And I originally think that he is going to outrun me. But instead, he starts to turn in front of me. And I managed to get an easy shot, and he's dead. That's kill number 6. Now I end up going back to base to restock on ammo, but being an idiot, I end up crashing on landing. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm gods, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.